Hello, good morning everyone. Hello, happy holidays. Boy, have I missed you. It is the day after Christmas, which is a wonderful day because this is like that fun little leeway period between now and New Year's Eve when you're not really sure like what to do with your days. Is it time off? Is it working time? Is it just kind of limbo? We're having fun, but I went home for Christmas. I drove home from Utah. I've been here for just under a week or so and I'm leaving tomorrow, but I wanted to see some of my friends today, get outside, get some endorphins in. I love and hate a California hike, and that's what we're about to do. A California hike, in SoCal at least, is like a beach walk in dirt. It's like you go down to the canyon and like hopefully you can see the water like from a distance, usually not. And usually like you're sweating the whole time. It is, I believe, like 75 degrees. It was probably 80 yesterday on Christmas morning. I've only ever had a cold Christmas once and it was because I was in Italy. And other than that, like this is my norm. So I'm not opposed, but it does feel a little bit weird as I just like drove home through the snow and it's been like blizzarding across the country. So if you've been experiencing some crazy travel stories or crazy weather across the US, my heart goes out to you and I hope that you and your family have been safe this holiday season. I am at my local Ralph's because I need to go pick up a quick little birthday gift for my girl Olivia. It's her birthday today, so I just wanted to grab her something cute and special before we adventure on our California hike. Dude, I'm already sweating and I haven't even gotten out of the car. This is December in California. She freaking loves Marvel, so. Perfect. Now we quickly assemble. Dude, I better have a pen. Are you kidding me? Oh my god, I don't have a pen! No! You'd think my wrapping skills would be improved from the Christmas holiday? They're not. Oh my god! Am I about to put this card in with no fucking... I can't even sign her name on the outside. Oh, that's so embarrassing. This is what happens when you're in a car that used to be yours, that is no longer yours. I always keep pens in my car. If it looks like a present, it is a present. Good enough for me. Moving and grooving, baby. Moving and grooving. Okay.
Is this almost the rest of the up?
Oh, I am in the biggest food coma. We went to Original House of Pancakes. Pretty sure that's a national chain. But something about like just some good diner grub post-hike was exactly what I needed. But now I want to go home and take a big fat nap. Even though I was sitting there drinking like 4 cups of coffee, I'm like, more please. I don't know, I feel this like big weight over my head right now because I know I'm leaving tomorrow and I know I have so many things I need to go home and do and take care of, but literally all I want to do is like sit back and relax. However, I really want to talk to you today about the whole New Year's Eve fitness lifestyle cliche trends. You all know exactly what I'm talking about. January 1st rolls around. Every company under the sun, especially in the fitness and health and wellness realm, loves to market getting back into the gym, getting back into the swing of things, healthy lifestyle, routine, etc. And sometimes, if not always, I find that to be extraordinarily overwhelming. And it can be a lot to just kind of digest and not feel down on yourself if you don't live up to those expectations, or if you set resolutions for yourself and then you don't stick with them, or feeling pressured to even make those resolutions in the first place. Like, it can just be a lot. However, before I jump into that, I want to thank the sponsor for today's video. As many of you know, I've been a big, huge, humongo fan of Green Chef for 2 or 3 years now. It's my absolute favorite meal service, and they are kind enough to work with me. I feel like this is kind of fitting for this conversation because Green Chef is a CCOF certified organic company with options for every lifestyle, including keto and paleo, vegan, vegetarian, fast and fit, Mediterranean, and gluten-free. I'm a big fan of the fast and fit. I feel like their meals are just like right up my alley, and they're kind of like a traditional meal with a little bit of a twist on it. Like maybe they're gonna add in a cauliflower rice. Maybe they're gonna make like this delicious beef Mediterranean bowl, but you're gonna have this gorgeous sauce on top. Mwah. You can elevate your weekly dinners with Green Chef's seasonal, chef-crafted recipes. That's what I'm talking about. Featuring their farm fresh produce and organic, sustainably sourced ingredients. Have no fear, because the new year is here. You can, I just made that up, bring more flavor into your new year with Green Chef and their delicious and nutritious recipes. You'll be amazed by the tasty, crave-worthy meals that you have cooked. And the best part is that I am so notoriously horrible with cooking and grocery shopping, and I don't know how to plan ahead. And Green Chef just like eliminates all of that stress for me, and I never feel gross after eating their meals. I'm always left just feeling like, oomph, my best Taylor self. So please use my code 60Taylor to get 60% off plus free shipping. Go to greenchef.com for more details. Thank you to Green Chef for sponsoring today's video. Okay, I've been filming so much in my car lately. You think I'd be like a better pro at this by now, but in my defense, I have been changing cars a lot, but I'm like constantly trying to avoid the sun. So I apologize if I'm horrible with my lighting right now. However, we won't let that literally rain on our parade. The funniest thing is that obviously I drove home from Utah, snowing like crazy there right now. Like I talked about, like it's wild weather all across the states. However, in California, it's the complete opposite, except for the fact that we have rain in the forecast for this week. And it's all people can talk about. Like, it's the talk of the town. They're like, we're gonna be so cozy this week when the rain pours in. Spoiled is an understatement when it comes to the weather around here. Like, golly, bleh. Okay, let's talk New Year's resolutions. I think probably like right around 2020 was when I stopped kind of making resolutions for myself. I think because 2020 put a lot of things into perspective for me. Like I just stopped putting so much emphasis on things that just frankly don't matter. And one of those things that I kind of came to that realization for or about, or whatever the heck the end of this sentence is, one thing I realized was that like the least interesting thing about me is my appearance and the way that my body looks. And for so many freaking years, I couldn't wrap that around my head. My little pea brain couldn't understand how my body wasn't important. And that's not to say that like your health isn't important or taking care of yourself isn't important, but for years, I mean, most of my teenage years into my 20s, I put so much emphasis and value in the way that I looked. And like I carried my own self-confidence or lack thereof based on like what size pants I was wearing or how my body looked that day. And then I would let it dictate my mood, how I treated myself, my negative self-talk, and then ultimately how you treat the people around you. Because if I don't even know how to talk kindly to myself, how can I be a fun person to be around, you know? And I think I just like let that negatively affect me for far too many freaking years and let it dominate my entire personality. Like when I started my YouTube channel, I was in such a bad place mentally. It was almost like, why would I ever start making videos about my fitness journey when I so clearly don't have any idea what it means to be self-confident in myself? But like this happens this time of year. Like you see so many people talking about going to the gym starting January 1st or starting a new program and getting, you know, back into the swing of things, whatever. And personally, like I don't have a problem with that. I don't think there's anything wrong with like wanting to start new and fresh and like making goals for yourself. And sometimes like you might need that Monday restart or the start of a new year, a new month, whatever. There's nothing wrong with that. But if you maybe feel like this is a time of year that is sensitive to you, or you are being marketed left and right that you feel like you have to change yourself or you have to change your body, that's where I'm like, starting to raise eyebrows, because it can start to be like such a cash grab or just problematic in so many different ways. Sorry, it is friggin' hot. Things that help me like stay grounded this time of year. One, remembering if I'm starting a new program or if I'm joining a new gym, whatever it may be, why I wanted to do that in the first place. Am I going for myself? Am I going to improve my cardiovascular health? What is my intention in starting this new journey? And being very thoughtful about that. And you know what? If it is superficial in a sense, like, be honest with yourself. If your end goal is about like dropping pounds on the scale or maybe gaining muscle, whatever, that's okay. But like, be upfront with yourself about it, because I think for a while I kind of like even lied to myself and made it seem like I wasn't in it to look better, when truly like that was all I was caring about. Also, like, sometimes I'll see like really negative rhetoric online from usual gym goers, kind of getting angry at people who join the gym on January 1st or just the month of January in general. Don't let other people scare you from doing what you love or scare you from going to the gym. You have every freaking right to be there just as much as they do. You're paying the same amount, you're getting your booty in there, and they don't own the freaking space. Like, people love to complain for no reason sometimes. And what good does that do us? Absolutely none. Be courteous, be kind. Like, if you're new in the gym and maybe you're not familiar with how some equipment works, don't be afraid to ask for help, especially from the PTs. That's what they're there for. Take what you need when you want to use it and put it back when you're finished. Wipe machines off. Like, don't use a cardio machine for longer than you need to if the gym's really busy. Just be courteous. Like, general life guidelines, politeness. Why do I still have my seatbelt on? That's the better question. And I'm like so close. And on that note, don't feel like you even need to go to the gym at all. To be quite honest with you, I think the last time I was at the gym was sometime in November. Like, I actually do not recall. A lot of that is because I have been skiing so much. Like, that is where all of my energy is going. And by the end of the day, like, the last thing I want to do is go home and like go pick up some weights, because skiing can be so exhausting sometimes. Me making skiing and like being in Utah my whole new personality traits. Not me. But that being said, I always try and emphasize this, but like, I want you to hear me out. If you're not listening, listen up. Going to the gym, picking up weights, strength training, going to run on the treadmill, whatever, that is not the only way to seek physical fitness and health. I am such a proponent of just following whatever fitness routine brings you joy and that you actually effing enjoy. I think I'm just in a little rut right now, and maybe at another point in my life, like, I want to be at the gym 24/7, but right now, all I want to do is be outside. And that doesn't mean that I'm not working out. I think sometimes we get so like tunnel visioned on what a fitness routine is supposed to look like, and you have to be in the four walls of a gym, when in actuality, moving your body in any capacity is much better for you than one, nothing at all, or two, making yourself feel bad because you're not actually at a gym. Maybe your New Year's resolution is to just like go outside and walk more. Or I don't know, maybe your resolution is to just move more in general and do an activity that sparks a little bit of joy in your day. That's what I want to strive to do. And I don't want it to be so hyper-focused on going to the gym, physically sitting at a squat rack, hating every second of it, and then, I don't know, like getting mad at myself too when I set high expectations and then don't follow through with them. That's another huge thing. When January rolls around, we often are like, you know what? I'm gonna do a freaking 180 with my life. I'm gonna go to the gym 6 days a week. I'm only gonna eat spinach and broccoli and chicken, and I'm gonna work out for like an hour a day. Inevitably, when you don't meet those expectations, you get very, very hard on yourself. And there's nothing worse than just slamming down on you and your own self-confidence and your self-worth, when in actuality, you were setting yourself up for failure because you were expecting yourself to do way too freaking much. Start small. Start it with very attainable goals and do what you can. And then when you achieve that, work up from there. That's usually why people break away from New Year's resolutions, is because we expect ourselves to change overnight. And sure, maybe you have the discipline to get all of those huge tasks completed, but personally, I don't. And that's just me being honest with myself. If I say I'm going to go to the gym 6 days a week, inevitably, when I don't, I'm going to be pissed at myself. I'm not pissed at my goal setting. I'm pissed at me because I think I'm not good enough. And there's so much wrongness in that. That even makes sense. Set yourself up for success by creating attainable goals. And once you reach those, work up from there. Don't think that your whole life needs to change just when clock strikes midnight on January 1st. I have a lot of like good hope for 2023. I've often felt that I have better odd numbered years, like of the calendar year, than even numbered years. People keep asking me like how my 2022 was, and to be honest with you, it was a great freaking year. Like, it was probably one of the most tear-jerking, transformative years of my life, but I also probably wouldn't change it for anything. I have fluctuated more in my weight this year than I probably have in my entire life. I have changed in every capacity, from hair color to boyfriend to where I'm living to what I'm doing to my friends, but like, I couldn't be more grateful. And I've always been like very change averse. I've always been scared of falling off my fitness routine or not eating as healthily or whatever, but I knew I needed this year to freaking finally figure out who the heck I am and to get out of the shell of a person that I've been for many, many years. This year has taught me more than I could have ever dreamed of. And you know what? There were so many points in this year that I did not know what the heck tomorrow was going to bring. I didn't know where I was going to be or who I was going to be with or if I could even get out of the bed in the morning. But I could not be more grateful for the place that I'm at right now. And I can confidently say like this year has been extraordinary. I think that's probably a good word for it. And there's so much to be grateful for. I have this amazing new life that I am so beyond happy with. Like, I'm living in Salt Lake City. Who in the heck ever thought that? I'm a total ski bum now. I left my life in Washington that I had a very love-hate relationship with. I basically traveled from May to September. Like, who could ask for more? Like, I don't know what 2023 will bring, but I am very hopeful that it's going to be a very fun year, and I'm hopeful that you and I are going to get just as close as we have been these past few years. So thank you for sticking with me through this very mucky few months. Honestly, all I could ever ask for is any of you who watch my channel to fully understand that there is so much more to life than just revolving every single waking thought about what you're eating and how you're looking or even how you're moving your body, because truly the way that we look is the least interesting thing about us. And I really hope that is something like we can all nail home in 2023. We have so much to offer this world, and there's so many beautiful things to go and do and experience, and to diminish all of the amazing qualities about you into something as superficial as looks would be such an injustice to you and who you are and your character and all of your amazing gifts and talents that you have. I truly mean that, and I'm saying those words to you and also hoping to sponge it up myself. And just remember to give yourself a lot of grace this holiday season, for one, and two, this January. I normally do like a fun little step into 21, step into 22 thing where we just encourage more daily movement in our everyday lives. I have thought about doing a step into 23. You are so more than welcome to jump on board with that yourselves. And, you know, I think I will be getting in a lot more movement in my everyday life, but I think like in spirit of kind of like not leaning into putting that much pressure on ourselves, I have opted out of like at least spearheading that. It's still a great little like woo motto, like move more, baby, get in the movement that you love. I'm excited for 2023 with you. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you to Green Chef for sponsoring today's video. I hope that you enjoyed this little vlog confessional, and to have a fantabulous start to your new year. I love you all so much. I'm starting to sweat. This is becoming a common theme. Thank you for watching. I love you all. I will see you soon, and happy 2023. Peace the frick out.